onion seeds, it would be the least recommended way to start onions. The other option you have is onion sets. Growing onions from onion sets is probably an easier way to produce a crop of quality onions. In most cases, you will be able to achieve better success this way when compared to growing onions from seeds. Sets are small, dry onion bulbs that have been grown the previous year. They are the easiest for many gardeners to grow. Buy a bag of sets, push them into damp soil just until the top is showing, and the onion quickly starts growing. They are frequently sold only as yellow, white, or red onions without a variety name. And then there's the last option for growing onions, onion plants. The way I usually grow onions and how I would recommend growing onions for the first time. For large, firm bulbs, plants are best. They were produced from seed in the same year they are sold. Plants are available from seed catalogs, garden centers, or your local hardware stores. Plant onions, your onion plants transplants 4 to 6 weeks before the last estimated spring freeze. Generally, plants come in a bundle. Plant the onions 1 inch deep and no deeper, as this will inhibit their ability to bulb. When you receive your onion transplants, they are alive and should be planted as soon as possible. If you are unable to plant these right away, remove the onion plants from the box and spread them out in a cool, dry area. The roots and tops may begin to dry out, but do not be alarmed, as the onions are a member of the lily family and as such will live for approximately 3 weeks off the bulb.
Onions can be grown from seeds, seedlings, or sets. I like to grow my onions from seedlings. You can buy the seedlings or grow your own. It's really easy to sow some seeds and start your own onion seedlings. Once the onion seedlings are about 6 inches tall, they're ready for transplanting. Make some space in your soil and start planting onions. Planting space between onions should be 4 inches apart, and row spacing should be anywhere from 6 inches to 12 inches apart. Crowding the onions will produce more onions per smaller bulbs. Spacing the onions a little bit further produces larger bulbs but fewer onions per space. Practice crop rotation when growing onions to reduce pest and disease. In Denmark, Danish people traditionally grow onions with carrots. It is believed that the pests that like carrots don't like onions and vice versa. Do not overwater onions. Keep the soil moist and water again when the soil begins to dry out. Onions grow rapidly. After just 1 month, onions are about 18 inches to 24 inches tall. This is how tall the onion plants will get. After this, onions will start to form the bulbs. Another tip to grow big onion bulbs is to snip off any seed pods. This will focus the plant's energy in growing the bulb rather than making seeds. You can also just pull off onions that are bolting or producing seed pods and just eat the onions. Onions can be harvested at any stage. Smaller green onions are harvested early on in the life cycle. However, if you want big onions, you must wait for the plant to mature. You will know the plant is fully mature when the leaves on the plants are beginning to die. When the leaves fall over, onions have produced the biggest bulbs they can. My onions have been growing for 4 months and they have become really big. It takes about 4 months for onions to mature. I've left quite a few of my onions to maturity and the leaves have fallen back. And now it is the time for harvest.
Buyers come online at belleful.com. Bring your cassava, bring your banana to meet your buyers and turn it to cash. We got your back right now. Belleful.com, that's where you can buy your machine.